Good morning and welcome to Saturday morning. Here we are, day number 6, Hebrews chapter 2. And we jump right in. We're going to look at the last two parts of Hebrews chapter 2 today and tomorrow. And we're going to pick up now in verse number 16. And this is speaking of the Son of God and his position and what he does, what he's going to do, what his job description is. And it's very revealing. It'll give us some real food for thought today. It will give us some ingredients for meditation, something to run over and over and over. Receive it in. There has to be at least enough faith to receive it in. Say, well, okay, and try it, take it in, and then run it over and over and over, and see what happens as the light of the Holy Spirit bursts forth in your heart. And it's not like you'll hear angels singing and heavenly voices. Maybe you will, but it will become life to you as you think about it. For surely it's not angels he helps. Who's he? Jesus, the Son of God. If you want to keep it in general terms, the Son of God, that's the subject of the second chapter of the book of Hebrews. It is not angels he helps. The unfallen angels are fine. The fallen angels are not going to receive help. Why? Because what they did seeing fully. It was right in front of their faces. They did not see through a glass darkly. They did not have ignorance that shrouded them. They were not in the physical realm, separated from full revelation of God. And so there is a ignorance feature. There is a I didn't know aspect, or I didn't fully understand aspect that comes with being human, that is not a feature of being a heavenly being. It's not heavenly beings he helps, but Abraham's descendants. For this reason, he had to be made like them. Who are Abraham's descendants? Well, there's a lot of them, but the focus has to be upon Sarah, not upon Keturah, his later wife after Sarai dies, but this is upon Sarai, or Sarah. For this reason, he had to be made like them, fully human in every way. These descendants of Abraham, they're human beings. So he was made like them, fully human in every way. So this is where we get into the idea that Jesus is the Son of God. He is also the son of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the son of Judah. He was born to Mary, who was of the tribe of Judah, a descendant of David. He was adopted by Joseph, who was born of the tribe of David from a different son of David. He came out of Judah, out of David's family, but through a different son of David. Fully human in every way, in order that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in service to God. So we have this idea of becoming human and becoming a merciful and faithful high priest in service to God. Now, what had happened in the Aaronic priesthood? There had become abundant lack of mercy. Jesus, when he comes on the scene, continually tells them, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. They had failed in the area of being merciful priests and faithful They had ceased to be faithful. They had functioned in religious function, but they had completely departed from the spirit and the letter, both. And especially, they had departed from being merciful. They consumed widows' houses for a pittance. They were kicking widows out of their houses and then taking their houses and selling it to one of their friends at a discount and scooping up the money and putting it in their own pocket and in the temple treasury. Jesus decries this, and you'll hear him continually dealing with them and dealing with the problematic system in Jerusalem. And his two lines of attack are mercy and infidelity. Here I am. I'm standing right before you, and you don't even recognize me. You are altogether unfaithful. You have departed from the living God. And so Jesus becomes a merciful and faithful high priest in service to God along a whole different line by appointment. God made him that. God appointed him to that. But he had to be made like them, fully human in every way, so that he might become that merciful and faithful high priest. So we're getting introduced here to the idea of Jesus as a descendant of Abraham, the Son of God, being made like the descendants of Abraham, having a priesthood, and becoming a faithful high priest. God is looking for this high priest to come and stand between him and man, not in order to destroy humanity, but in order to save humanity. That's what's in view here, the great salvation of God. When we were in the book of Hosea, we were talking about God's complaints and how badly they had fallen away. When we look at the book of Hebrews, we're seeing God's plan all along was to bring to his people salvation, and for this salvation to be through them offered to the whole world. Isn't God good? What a great plan. What a great plan. So just take that and munch on it, think on it, mull it over and run it over and over in your mind. Let it get down into your spirit and become life to your soul. Lord bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.